really white.
Really?
Yeah, like whiter than normal.
Oh, thanks. Well, it's the secret's I just chew a little bit of sandpaper every night.
That works?
Yeah. Works great, apparently.
I'm suspicious.
Alright.
They're really white.
Don't knock it till you try it. Welcome to Hoops Chat. Today we're going to be talking, it's me and Skittles. We're going to be talking about the Western Conference playoffs, which is crazy. All sorts of stuff's happening. Because even like just a couple of weeks ago, I had these are my playoff predictions. Totally off now. Same teams are still involved, though. It's not like I was saying anything crazy like the Lakers making it.
I'm telling you, Kyle Kuzma, that guy's going to make it right out of the playoffs.
All right, so what do you feel like is the main story going in these playoffs right now?
The main story is every single time you check, it's different.
Yeah.
Every time you check who's in what seed, it's different.
Yeah.
I mean, right as we do this, the Nuggets are playing the Clippers.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't think they'll change. I think even if they win, they're still tied with Minnesota for the.
Yeah.
But it's just every single time it changes. The Pelicans will play the Warriors tonight. Currently, they're 5th. If they lose that, what do they drop to? They drop to 8th. I think, they drop to 8th if they lose. They'll be tied.
So they'll be tied.
Actually, what's the situation with Denver? Would Denver win that?
I should know this. I don't think so. So for I know the Nuggets, for them to make it for sure, they have to win their next 3 games. So they have to beat the Clippers, they have to beat Portland, and then they have to beat Minnesota.
They don't have the tiebreaker with Pelicans?
No, I don't think so.
Because it's just crazy, and I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. So, all right, but yeah, you're right. I talked about like how they're bouncing around like crazy. Like just like the other night, New Orleans was 7th, and now they're 5th, but they can drop back to being tied with 8th.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that's brought it into such a close race is the injuries, and I think we need to give some attention to. Besides, the Rockets have been healthy for the most part.
Yeah, the Warriors have had some injury issues, but I mean they're locked at second.
They're locked, but I think they've lost games that they wouldn't have lost to playoff teams that have allowed.
And that's affecting.
Yeah, that's allowed teams to shift a little bit more. Portland's been fairly healthy. Utah's been very healthy. The Pelicans without DeMarcus Cousins, that's been a huge loss. The Spurs without Kawhi, that's been a huge loss. Minnesota without Jimmy Butler. Denver didn't have Paul Millsap for a while. I think the injury narrative has played a huge role in where we're at right now.
Yeah. Minnesota, they were so good. I thought they were going to be a lock at number 3 earlier than when Jimmy Butler went down.
I think we all did.
They have a chance of falling out, and I'd feel so bad for Minnesota. Yeah, so, all right. I feel pretty confident just because Utah, they've been so good. They've been a hot team. I think they're going to stay 4th. I don't think they can steal the 3rd seed from Portland.
I think for that to happen, Portland has to lose 2 of their last 3 or something. And the Jazz have to win out.
If Portland beats San Antonio today, they clinch 3rd, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Utah, they're good enough. They play Golden State still,
and they play the Trailblazers. But keep in mind, I think it's the Warriors' last game and it's the Trailblazers' last game. So they could just coast.
Yeah,
they could be like, okay, we're clinched. Jazz could. Realistically, I mean, they play the Lakers again in LA tomorrow, and then Warriors, Trailblazers. So the Jazz could clinch that fourth spot, but I'm not going to say that they will, just because the Spurs are only a game behind, and I'm pretty sure they have a pretty easy run around.
No, because they're going to lose to Portland, and that gives them some breathing room. I know this is crazy. All right, but even if we don't know that, what teams do you think has any chance of competing with Houston and Golden State?
Steph's not playing first round. That's the rumors.
But that doesn't really affect them at all. They're going to beat whoever's 7th.
I think their toughest matchup would be the Thunder, just because the Thunder have the star power. I don't think they would, but I think the Thunder do have the best chance. I think the Jazz would have a great chance. And the Spurs always have a chance. I think Pelicans and Minnesota and Denver, they're out for the first round.
Denver does pretty good against Golden State. I don't know how they'd handle like a playoff because they haven't been there for years. This would be 5 years, I think. It could be longer. But they match up. Like the games against Golden State, it's either been a blowout for one of the two teams or it's a pretty good game. I think the Nuggets match up really well.
Okay.
So I don't think they'd win. But it'd be...
I don't think 7th or 8th seed wins in the Western Conference first round. I think the 3 through 6, those will be some really
those are all
winnable. And I mean, I kind of need the Jazz to win simply for free dinner, but I don't know. We'll see. My pick. Let's go. Who's got the Western Conference Finals? Who's making it to the Western Conference Finals?
It's Houston and Golden State.
It's got to be Houston.
Yeah, it's sad because like the Western Conference is so fun, but it's just like no one's gonna stop that. They're just head and shoulders above everyone else. They're in like their own tier.
If one of them's gonna lose and not make it to the Western Conference Finals, who would it be?
Houston.
And to who?
Never mind. I don't know. I don't see either of the teams really losing. I don't know what team could beat Houston. Houston's so good. Chris Paul is a winner in my eyes. I think he, like every team he's been on, he just turns them around, and this is the first time he's jumped onto a team that was already amazing.
I'm gonna say if one of those teams is gonna go out, it's gonna be the Golden State Warriors first round. They've been 5-5 the last 10 games. Coach Kerr's been on his players saying what's going on. You guys are losing stupid games. I think if they're gonna lose, Steph's not back. And the reality is Kevin Durant's an incredible player. Steph is their best player. And if he doesn't play the first round, if one of those teams is going to lose, it's going to be Golden State without Steph first round to who knows. San Antonio, I'll say. San Antonio beats them.
Yeah.
And then who knows. I mean, that would make the Western Conference so much more fun this year.
Yeah.
And it's like, who makes it to the Western Conference Finals to lose to the Rockets? I don't know.
That's
Anyways, let us know, guys.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Catch you later.